The conservation world is worried about Franciscana because, like other small cetaceans, the porpoises and dolphins, they live in very coastal waters and they have to live where we live. They have nowhere else to go. And everywhere in the world, we're having problems with these animals dying in gill nets. And it's a very difficult problem to solve everywhere. And it's also a difficult problem right here with Franciscana. I have the unfortunate experience of having gone to China in 2006 and witnessing the extinction of the Yangtze River dolphin. And the Yangtze River dolphin was here for 35 million years. And I had already been working with another species, the vaquita porpoise, that lives in Mexico, only 5 hours from where I live. And it was the next most endangered marine mammal in the world. And so we wanted to do everything that we could to prevent its extinction. And unfortunately, it is very close to extinction now. There are only 19 individuals left. And again, this problem with fisheries and gill nets. We had a meeting in Germany where we discussed what we could do to increase the tools in our conservation toolbox. And one of the things that we can do is be better prepared to deal with catastrophes and emergencies in the way that we weren't with vaquitas. And so we looked at 7 different species, and the species that was actually in the best condition of the species that we looked at was Franciscana. And so we have the time to prepare those tools, and we're working on an approach that allows us to really concentrate on saving the animals in the wild, but also be prepared for any catastrophes and being able to take care of these animals if it comes to that. No, we all hope it doesn't, but it could. We looked at Franciscana because it's a case where you have this coastal distribution across 3 countries in South America. You have this gill net issue. It's still declining everywhere, which is why it's listed on the red list as being vulnerable to extinction. We have no right to drive species extinct, that it's a moral imperative that we don't drive species extinct. I think that's the most important thing to communicate. And to do that, people have to love them. They have to know that they exist, and they have to want to see them and have them for future generations. And that's a really important thing, to communicate to people what they would be losing, so that they feel that moral imperative.